Hey, so this is a lesson from Modern Baseball's Weird and Singer. The song's an E standard and the intro just goes like this. So all that is you start on the 8 on the E string, go down to the 7, then to the 5, and then you go 8, 5 on the B string. Then after you do that, you do a slide up from the 5th fret on the G string to the 10th, so, and then you go 9, 7, 5, so altogether slowly that bit goes like this. Then the second bit is the same, except from when you go 8, 5 on the B, you go 8 and then 3rd on the B string. So just go. And then you do the same slide up bit. Then the first bit repeats again, and then the final time it's the same bit, so. But when you do the slide up, you go to the 10. And then to the 9, and then when you get to the 7 you just bend it, so, and that's it. So all together the intro goes like this. Okay, so the next part of the song is just a verse which goes like this. So all that is just power chords. So you do a C5 to start with, which is 3rd on the A string, 5 on the D, and 5 on the G. So you do that 30 times, palm muting. So. And then after that you hit the G5, which is same shape, just move it up one, so 3rd, 5th and 5th, start from the E, and you play that twice, so then you go up to the A5, which is same shape again, but 5, 7, 7, and you do that 8 times I think it is, and then you take that and go down to F5, which is same shape, but 1st, 3rd and 3rd on the E, A and D. So altogether that bit goes like this. Then the second bit is where you just go down with the chords, so I'll play it and then I'll show you again. So all that is, start on the same chord, so C5, play that 28 times, and then you go down for the last 4, you go 2nd on the B, 5 on the D, and 4 on the G. You don't have to do the 4, you can just do 2 and 5 if that's easier for you. So that bit's. Go A5, which is open A, 5 on the D, then 5 on the G. Do that 8 times, you go G5, so 3rd, 5th and 5th. Do that 8 times as well. And then you go to this F sharp chord, which is 2 on the E, 5 on the A, and 4 on the D. Again, you can just do 2 and 5 if that's easier. So altogether, that bit goes like this. And that will take you to the pre-chorus or chorus, whatever you want to call it, which just goes like this. So all that is an F sharp 5, which is first, third and third on the E, A and D. Play that once, move up to G5. Same thing again, F sharp 5, F5 sorry, and G5. Then you palm mute the F5 chord 16 times. Then you go D5, which is 5th on the A string, 7 on the D, and 7 on the G. Then back to the F5 chord, and back to the G5. So again, I'll play that through slowly. Okay, so the next part is just the main riff again, but it changes slightly, so I'll play it through and I'll show you. So all that is the same thing again with 8, 7, 5. That part, that stays exactly the same. And then the second part is a bit that changes, so it goes 8, 7, 5 on the E, and then when you do the A and then third on the B, so you bend this, you don't really bend it to a specific note, but you just kind of go slightly like so bend it and then bend it back up to the original note, so and then you do the slide again. And when you get to 7, just hold it and then slide off it. So I'll play that through again once more. Okay, so after that it goes to the second verse, which just goes like this. So all that is C5 again, so 3rd, 5th and 5th on the A, D and G. Play that 28 times and go down to the B, so the 2 and 5, and play that 4 times. Then you go A5, so open 2, 2. That 8 times, and then you go F5, so 1st, 3rd and 3rd on the E, A and D. So that's the first bit. The second bit, start on the C5 again, so that's the same. Then when you go to play the A5, the same again, so 8 times. Go to G5 instead of F5, so play that 8 times. And then you do the F sharp chord, so 2, 5, and for the D, play that 16 times. So and then you just do the last 3 chords again the same. So you play the A5 again, so G5 and then the F sharp. So all together I'll play again through slowly. So after the second verse, you just have the bridge, which goes like this. So all that is an A minor, which is open on the A, second on the D, second on the G, first on the B, and open E. So play that 8 times, and then you go to this chord, which is second on the A string. You mute the D string, and you play open G, first on the B, and open E. You do that 8 times as well. So then you go to a C major, which is third on the A, second on the D, open G, first on the B, and open E, and you play that through. You go down to the B chord, down to A minor, and into G major, which is third on the G, third on the E, second on the B, open open on D and G, open on the B, and third on E. So you go F major bar chord, which is first on the E, third on the A, third on the D, second on the G, and then bar the first 2 on the B and E. So, and you play that, I think 16 times, yeah. And you go back up to the G major. So altogether that just goes like this. So after that you've just got the last chorus, which is pretty much the same as the first one, except you're playing open chords and bar chords instead of power chords. So I'll play it through and then I'll show you how to play it. So again, that's just F5 or F major to start on, and you palm mute it 13 times. Last time play it open, so like that, and then you go to G major and play that 16 times. A minor and play that 16 times. Up to the B over A minor chord, play that 8 times, and then you go to C major and back to the B, so play those 4 times each. So far that's then you go F major, play that 16 times. D7, which is open D string, second on the G, first on the B, and second on the E. Play that 16 times, and go back to the F major, play that 16 times, and back to G major, and 16 times again. So altogether that goes like this. You can play that a bit differently if you want, because you could just do power chords for each one if you struggle to do bar chords and seventh open chords, that kind of thing. So that would just be the same chords as I've shown you, and when you do like B over A minor, just do the 2 and 5. So then the last part of the song is just the riff again, which pretty much stays the same except from the very end. So you do the normal that bit. I think you do it 4 times, so like 2 times each through the whole way, and then the very last bit is when you do the slide up. Instead of playing 7, 5, you just stay on the 7 and slide down to the 5. So. And then just hold that note until the song finishes. That should be all the parts then. If there's any other guitar lessons you want me to make for songs I've covered, then leave a comment and I'll try and get around to making them. Yeah, thanks for watching.